Welcome to the Kemetic Chapel service. This series is an active service for kemetics, pagans, and any others who feel drawn to the Netjeru. There is a theme for each episode. These themes will include gods, an aspect of kemeticism, or inspiration from ancient Egypt. You are invited to light a candle, incense, and give offerings when those actions come up in service. However, this is completely optional and only suggested to add to your own personal experience at home. The service today will center on the mysteries of the Divine Birth Festival. We will begin with our opening prayer. Please be comfortable and breathe. You are invited to light a candle at this time. Praise the great gods of creation, born in the beginning. Zeptepi dwells in their presence, mighty within their moment. Soptu has cast his eyes to the east. Sobek has raised his eyes to the west. The two mountains beckon, praising she who comes between them, mistress of the valley, lady of life. Today we will talk about the mysteries of the Divine Birth Festival. The Mysteries of the Divine Birth is a festival that honored the mother and child gods of each temple. The festival highlighted the Kemetic Chapels, which featured these relationships as well as the relationship of the king. In the Kemetic, the king is depicted as the child of the regional goddess, receiving her blessing. It was through these goddesses that the king gained his right to rule as their heir and divine child. Each mother and child pairing was honored during this festival. Some of the most famous pairings we know that would be applicable to this festival are Aset and Harosa Aset, Hedhert and Ihi, Sekhmet and Nefertem, Bast and Mahez, Neat and Tutu, Nebetu and Heka, just to name a few. The imagery of the Kemetic, which showed the relationship between mother and child, usually included a scene of nursing. Nursing was important symbolically, as the idea of drinking of divine milk was seen as inheriting power, or in the case of the king, inheriting the right to rule. The mysteries of the divine birth can be celebrated by honoring a parent and child god, celebrating the sacred love and duty of parent to child. You are invited to light incense and give offerings at this time. The offerings are placed, the incense is burned, for the pleasure of the gods. Just as the lotus is at the nose of Ra, praises are given to the Netjeru, those that shine in heaven, radiant ones in their time. May the temple be lit with the brilliance of the Netjeru. May the sacred child be tended by the hands of the ones who love them. As we conclude our service, let us take a moment of quiet. I invite you to close your eyes and begin some deep breathing. Today we have connected with the gods and ancestors. We have actively sought their presence in our lives. We have engaged in the active participation and establishment of Ma'at. Our breath is restored to us by the Netjeru. May we use it well. Now we will conclude the service with a prayer. So Nut swallows Ra, Sobek descends into his lake, Wasir Ra rides upon his bark. It is the time of renewal and the promise of Zeb Tepi. May every prayer be heard by the gods within their shrines at the moment of rebirth. Thank you for joining me today in celebration and reflection of the Netjeru. I hope this service has allowed you to better connect with the gods and the ancient land of Kemet. May you go out into the world with Ma'at in your heart and live well.